Welcome to Cyprus Diaspora Uncovered. In this episode of Cyprus Diaspora Uncovered, Tannousis, CEO of Invest Cyprus, explores why Cyprus is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for international investment. Recorded as part of the RIF-Powered Session at the Cyprus Diaspora Forum on May 7, 2026 at the AMARA Hotel in Limassol, Cyprus. The presentation highlights the country's competitive advantages, investment incentives, and business-friendly environment. Marios outlines the funding mechanisms and investment frameworks available to international investors, demonstrating how public and private funding can work together to drive innovation, economic growth, and sustainable development. He also discusses the important role the global Cypriot diaspora can play in establishing, supporting, and investing in businesses and strategic projects that contribute to Cyprus's long-term prosperity.
Cyprus is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for investors. And here to tell us a little bit more about why that is, please welcome Tannousis, the CEO of Invest Cyprus.
Big welcome to everyone coming from all over the world, from the four corners, as we say. Good morning, Mr. Chairman of the Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Mr. Chief Scientist, and special guests. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today because what we are going to discuss is how Invest Cyprus, together with the government of Cyprus, the stakeholders, are engaging in an adventure to make Cyprus one of the best places to live, work, and do business. Thank you. So I'm going to start with a bit on the role of Invest Cyprus and the actions that we do together with our stakeholders and the support of the government. Vision, mission, and values. Basically, we would advocate, and we are working consistently to make Cyprus an ideal foreign direct investment destination, FDI. And we should be proud that Cyprus, compared to other countries, and the GDP FDI ratio compared to the international arena, we are on the top three. FDI per capita in Cyprus is one of the most important success factors globally, and we should all be proud. The Cypriot people, and more importantly, the diaspora should be proud. We have all lived and are living, most of you, overseas. There was not a day when, for example, I was and I am overseas that I don't think of Cyprus every single moment, flashing my mind, whether we are in Dubai or in New York or elsewhere. And I'm sure for the diaspora people, Cyprus, it's even more frequent in your mind. And we are here to work together because as Invest Cyprus, we strongly believe that you are the most important commercial, business, and investment ambassadors of our country. And we are here to work together to help you. You know that, of course, but this is a reassuring statement that together with the teams that the Republic of Cyprus has, the Chief Scientist, the Research Innovation Foundation, which we thank very much for the excellent collaboration we are having over the years, especially the last 3 years have been phenomenal. And also, of course, our partner on business, the Chamber of Commerce, and other stakeholders. We would like to elevate even further the Cypriot success on the global market, and we would like your help for that purpose. And we assure you that our office on a daily basis receives talks and tries to facilitate, whether it's coming from the diaspora or from other sources, investment inquiries. Promotion, facilitation, advocacy, and aftercare. We are not here just when you have something that you think it will launch or you are considering it might be successful, or a friend or a colleague or from your business circles. Shall I speak to them about Cyprus? maybe it's a good idea, maybe not. But let's forget about it. Now, no, do it. Talk to your friends about Cyprus. Talk to your business circles about Cyprus. This is part of the so-called promotion, indirect promotion, that we need to do for our country and for future generations. We know that if every one of us puts this effort, we are going to succeed even more and be the ideal place for business and investment. The matter of considering Cyprus starts from thinking. And we had examples of companies that reached to us and said, we are considering Cyprus, but, we need to do a due diligence, we need to do a benchmarking, we need to benchmark in other jurisdictions, Malta, Dubai, Bahrain, and others. We said, okay, tell us what you need. Give us your questions and we will reply to you. They gave us their questions. We went and scrutinized all the important things that they needed to know. We provided the answers. We helped them prepare the file to put it on the decision-making committee or the board, which was going to decide which jurisdiction. And we are proud that top-tier companies have selected Cyprus out of this very important benchmarking. Cyprus ticked the most important criteria and boxes of multinationals. And I can give you two examples for the sake of saving time. One is MUFG, the Mitsubishi conglomerate. It's here in Limassol with more than 200 people. The other one is Murex, French multinational, top employer worldwide, one of the best employers in Nicosia, 200 people and growing. And there are many more examples, just to show that we can do it if we want. So, promotion, facilitation, advocacy, and aftercare. We not only care about bringing and facilitating and launching, but we stay with the investor all the way throughout the life cycle to help them grow and expand in other markets nearby or high growth markets. Moving forward, this is a plan basically of the promotions that we have been doing over the last 2-3 years. As you can see, some of the countries and markets that are very important to us, of course, the MENA region, Middle East, North Africa, especially because of the problems in the region and the war. We have seen increasing investment coming from Israel and Lebanon, but also from other Middle East countries. We are opening up new markets, which I'm sure you know about India. The President of the Republic is visiting officially India in May with a very strategic meeting with Mr. Modi and a business and investment delegation coordinated by the Chamber of Commerce and Invest Cyprus is going to accompany the President. India is crucially important for us because of the ties we have over the years, plus the benefits, including the double tax avoidance treaty and other important agreements that we have with India. We had, for example, in 2024, more than 88 events where we participated, some in other countries, some in Cyprus or co-organized. For 2025, it's more than 130 events that we have been participating, supporting together with our stakeholders. And it's important to say what are the sectors. The tech innovation R&D sector, as was very well analyzed and presented by the chief scientist, is one of the highest growing sector of the economy of Cyprus. The studies show that more than 4 billion euros every year go into the tech sector and creating thousands of jobs into the economy with high talented jobs. The other sectors which are of course important, it's the energy sector, the shipping, the tourism, the wellness, healthcare. But as you understand, all of these sectors have to do with tech. Tech and AI are everywhere now. So that's why we are focusing on high tech, and tech is one of the top pillars in terms of our promotion overseas, in collaboration, of course, with the Deputy Ministry of Innovation, Digitalization, and the chief scientist and the private sector. So what we do, investor support, facilitation, private-public collaboration, and fostering economic relationships. We can say that we are the government organization and arm for investment, but we are working like an international corporate. Most of the people in the team come from the corporate world, and our bread and butter, a cup of tea, is to service multinationals. And I can tell you that we would like to say that Invest Cyprus is the foreign investors' house, and also diaspora. For us, it's our own people, but they are part of foreign investment, so we'll be glad to support you and help you in this respect. And we had to learn to speak two languages. Fortunately or unfortunately, we had to learn to speak the language of the government and, of course, fortunately, the language of business. So we are the only, if you like, investment-related government organization that sits on the table and advocates on the part of the businesses and the foreign investors. Some examples on advocacy, I would say the investment funds law, the fund administration, the recent tax reform, where we have been talking to foreign investors with our stakeholders, the Chamber, the Institute of Accountants and others, where we try to have a smooth, let's say, implementation of the new tax reform. Very important moves. The fact that we are working on the private-public partnerships and trying to help Cyprus with new projects, small PPP projects that could be up to modernize the country, especially when it comes to infrastructure. So some examples of aftercare, where we care also for, as I said, for the clusters that are here. Events with Indian companies that invested in Cyprus are happening. Events with Israeli companies that are investing in Cyprus. And sometimes we do also clusters for the economic sectors. We talk to the investors on a continuous basis, and we try to be there with them all the time. This is 2024, which basically for the first time we have agreed with the Central Bank of Cyprus and the University of Cyprus, the Department of Economics, to have specific figures on foreign direct investment, so we speak the same language. Because the way the FDI was counted at central bank level was in a different way than the actual foreign direct investment that we count, which is number of jobs created and number of valuable investments and projects going into the economy of Cyprus. So as you can see in the figures here, we are having a 2.6 billion of FDI inflows in the ICT sector alone, and this is very conservative for 2024, and 80.5 billion gross FDI increase of 60%. And we are second in the EU in FDI per capita, as I mentioned before, which is a very powerful position in terms of foreign direct investment. Top 10 globally in terms of FDI per capita. These are the figures in a nutshell, which are official. They are approved, supported by three organizations: Invest Cyprus, Central Bank of Cyprus, and the University of Cyprus Economic Department. If we stop foreign investment in Cyprus, it's very clear. Contribution to the employment, 6%. And you can see GDP 3.3%, very conservative. If we stop FDI, no growth, almost no growth. It's very important. We need to keep working in a nice professional manner to safeguard the investments and, of course, regulated in the right way. But it's crucial for the economy of Cyprus. We don't produce aeroplanes. We don't produce vehicles. We are a service-based economy, and it's very important for us to maintain and further progress in terms of foreign direct investment if our country is to continue on this nice track and growth path for the years to come, for the future generations. Another thing that is important, and I should share with you, is the fact that we have a project bank at Invest Cyprus where some investors, they know exactly what they want to do. They want to set up an ICT company, and they know who to bring to set it up and grow and hire also from the local market. But some of them, they are interested to know what are my options. They are in the private equity investment fund business. They want to see, for example, projects in wellness. They want to see projects in renewable energy. They want to see projects in shipping. So we established a database which we open to foreign investors. It's available for any serious investors that would like to consider some of these projects or one of these projects. We are more than glad to talk to you if you have in your business circles, or if you are interested to see the projects in this project bank that we have. And most of the projects that we have, they are licensed, they are investable, and they have all the permits that makes them readily available to be put on the table and be supported for investment. Rebranding Cyprus, a major exercise that and project that is happening now, started from 1st January 2025. Most of you know about the different negatives of Cyprus that have been going in the international press or media, whether it was passports or whether it was other issues. We basically talked to the government, and with our stakeholders, we said, if Cyprus is hosting multinational companies, some of them top tier, and considering that if you have a company that is producing products, and you need a communication consultant to advise you on the messages. How about a country that is hosting thousands of companies, foreign companies, not to have international PR and communication consultants to advise the government, the ministers, the key officials, what to say and what to do, advise on foreign direct investment, but also in times of crisis. I think we all know that there is no question about it. There is no period where there's not going to be a crisis. What we are facing is crisis after crisis. And this branding project proves to be very important for Cyprus. We have already seen and have done a lot. And now we are ready to unroll the rebranding, the key messages with our international communication consultants, the presidency, and of course our stakeholders, where the business community will engage, the diplomats, the ambassadors, the commercial attaches, and of course diaspora bodies and associations. We'd be more than glad to engage and be presented the findings and also the narrative and the way forward for Cyprus. So looking ahead, we have USA, UK, India, we have Latin America for the first time through Brazil, and in alliance with Portugal. We have been with the chief scientist a few days ago in Portugal to reassure that with Portugal we are joining forces for Latin America and especially Brazil. The corridor of Brazil, Portugal, Cyprus, Middle East is very important, and it's the first time that Cyprus literally is seeing and opening doors with Latin America and Brazil with the support of Europe and Portugal. Saudi and MENA region is crucially very important. It will always be crucial. They are our neighbors, and we have been working for years together with them. European member states, there is already an alliance there and great collaboration. And I would highlight the USA and India as the two most important, let's say, new opportunities. We have seen investments coming in both from the US and India, and the trend continues. These are some of the very limited figures and logos of companies that invested. For example, Thomas Cook India, LT90 from India. Mr. Lugaidis has showed the bigger slide with some of the other logos. It's thousands of logos. I'm just showing a very small, let's say, sample of great companies that we are hosting in Cyprus. This is a team. We are not 300 people. We are not 200 people. We are not 100. We are not 50. We are 17 people fighting, advocating, supporting for Cyprus. And I'm very proud of my team. And we are all open to support you in your future ventures for Cyprus. Consider you have a friend and an ally, and it's Invest Cyprus here together with all the other important stakeholders. Thank you very much, and I'll be looking forward to talk to you.
Thank you for listening to Cyprus Diaspora Uncovered. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts for more inspiring conversations that are shaping Cyprus's global future. You can also explore more episodes on our website and selected video interviews on our YouTube channels.